the girl drew 2 pounds of blood from her arm. She spilled half on the floor, dropped a single drip near the door, and then poured the rest into a pot to boil. After that, she put her pajamas on the pillow and started stabbing it dozens of times. Then, she spread the blood evenly over the pajamas. Right before the stalker was about to pick the lock, she held her breath and lay down on the couch. When the stalker got inside, he happened to step right on that drop of blood, leaving evidence of his entry. Then, he saw the body on the couch. After the man fled in panic. Then, the girl pulled out a hair, the same length as the man's, and placed it near the blood puddle, snapping a photo. She even took a photo of her body to use as blackmail against the stalker.
얼굴 크게 나왔다.
Finally, after cleaning up, she left a drop of blood under the couch, so the police would find it. Young-tae became a major suspect as she planned, but Young-tae dug deeper and found out the man who helped the girl. To prevent Young-tae from uncovering more clues, the two decided to go all in, killing him. They ambushed Young-tae's house, going 2 against 1. But to their surprise, not only did they fail, but Young-tae also saw the man's face. The man, terrified of getting caught, begged to surrender and want to implicate Sora. Sora, acting all innocent and vulnerable, gave him a passionate kiss to lower his guard. The next second, after the man died, Sora started carrying out Plan B. She went to a baseball field and used the pitching machine to bruise herself up. Then, she went straight to Young-tae's house. She first stabbed herself in the leg, and while Young-tae was still in a daze, she raised the knife and charged at him. The two of them began to struggle. When the police were about to arrive, Sora screamed for help. Ripped off Young-tae's shirt and trapped him with her legs. When the police burst in, they immediately raised their guns and yelled. The girl, looking innocent and pitiful, was successfully rescued, leaving the bewildered man being forcefully pressed against the wall by the police. While Young-tae was pinned down, Sora even gave him a sly, triumphant look, but unexpectedly, Young-tae managed to escape. He hid in an internet cafe, watching the live stream where Sora was crying, claiming she'd been abused. Her fans, feeling sorry for her, flooded the chat with virtual gifts, including rockets, making Sora a lot of money. While Sora was recovering in the hospital, she got a simple sketch from Young-tae. The note told her to go somewhere to pick up the photo, or he'd hand it over to the cops. Too scared to ignore him, Sora reluctantly agreed. When they met, though, Young-tae didn't mention the photo at all. Instead, he asked her about the stray dogs she'd been adopting. It turned out Young-tae had been following her for a while and noticed she always posted about adopting stray dogs. But every time she went out for a walk, there were only 5 dogs with her. The others, never seen again after entering her house.
후원금 벌려고 진짜 걔네들 다 죽인 거야? 걔네들 안 불쌍했어?
불쌍? 나는 내가 제일 불쌍해. 나는 뭐 걔들 죽이면서 마냥 좋았는 줄 알아? 나도 울었어. 근데 너무 많으면 감당이 안 되는데 뭐 어떡해? 나도 먹고 살려면 어쩔 수 없는데 어떡해?
Then, Sora knocked the man unconscious. When Young-tae woke up, he was tied to the ground, and Sora was sealing the room with tape.
깼어? 유서는 내가 써놨어. 넌 공범 죽인 죄책감에 공범집에서 자살하는 거고 난 완전 무결한 피해자.
She was planning to finish him off with coal and had even written a suicide note, claiming Young-tae had killed the man and couldn't handle the police chasing him and the online hate, so he had no choice but to take his own life. But Young-tae didn't seem all that scared. He kept asking her why she killed that man. Sora didn't answer. She turned around and found the tiny camera. Crushing it under her foot, Sora finally told him the truth. To her surprise, Young-tae just started laughing. Turns out, he'd already called the police. Enraged, Sora stepped forward and grabbed the man by the neck. At the moment, Officer Wu arrived in time. Sora was arrested on multiple charges. But what no one expected was Sora refused to confess.
뭐 하시는 거예요? 살쪄한 범인 놔두고 왜 저한테 그러세요? 저는 피해자인데. 왜 내가 벌을 받아요? 잘못한 거 저 새끼인데 왜 내가...
Then, she had actually gone so far as to gouge out the man's eyes. A year later, a man came to visit Sora in prison. Looking at the various reports on the table, Sora thought it was just another journalist trying to dig into her tragic past. So, she went on a long rant, focusing on the ugliness of human nature. Ironically, after listening to her, the visitor just asked.
근데 안에서 몸매 관리는 어떻게 하세요?
It turned out although Sora's image as a beautiful, kind-hearted girl had crumbled, the events surrounding her made her even more famous. This attracted the attention of a social media agency executive, who wanted to turn her into a prison influencer. Upon hearing this, Sora gave a weird smile. Meanwhile, Young-tae didn't escape legal consequences. He was sentenced to prison for voyeurism and theft. Today was his release day, and he thought his life would finally return to normal. But he forgot one thing. From the start, he was never an innocent victim. He was a criminal, a stalker, and a voyeur with perverse desires. The sins he committed out of selfishness would continue to haunt him throughout his long life.